Democratic Party, PDP in Osun State, is set to elect its candidate for the July 16th governorship election in the state. As early as 8 a.m., the delegates started making their way to the 10,000 capacity stadium in Osogbo, and about 2,000 of them are expected to carry out this crucial exercise for the People's Democratic Party in the state. Our correspondent, Daredo, has been keeping an eye on the situation as it unfolds in Osogbo, and he brings us an update. Daredo, our correspondent who is monitoring the Osun PDP governorship primary, there's a large crowd I see there. Can you tell us more about what's happening at the moment? We're keeping our eyes on the situation in Osogbo, the Osun State capital, for the PDP Osun State governorship election. Our correspondent Daredo will be re-establishing contact with him much later in the bulletin, but he has been telling us about the watertight security in and around the stadium, with a heavy deployment of the police, DSS, Civil Defense Corps, Amotekun, and other security agencies. Now, some top contenders have pulled out of the race, as Akin Ogunbuyi, Fatai Akinbade, Dele Adeleke, Sonia Omiri. They all withdrawn from participating in the primary, but they still have Senator Ademola Adeleke and Mr. Dotun Babayemi in the race, which is expected to be keenly contested. Now, some of the party members have raised allegations of bias amidst litigations which have stalled the process, but the party says it will not be deterred from conducting the exercise that will ensure a legitimate candidate emerges. So we're still keeping our eyes on what's happening at the Osun PDP primary, and our correspondent Daredo, we have been able to re-establish contact with him, and he'll be giving us the latest.
Yeah, thank you very much, Melinda. We are here in Osogbo, the stadium. You can see my background right now. The delegates are seated in the stand already, but the election hasn't started yet. But just like I said earlier, when you crossed to me live, the boxes that you can see in the background, that is where the delegates will be voting. And an announcement was made earlier by the Chief Electoral Officer here, Senator Sekibo, who said that the local government chairman will be letting the delegates into the stand and would identify them. And I think that is one of the safety precautions that they've been able to put in place around there. There's been a whole lot of movement around this particular arena at the moment because some of the officials are just coming in. The voting hasn't started. We're meant to actually talk to the Chief Electoral Officer and also the returning officer of this particular election, who is just stepping in right now. And let me quickly just do this because sir, we've been waiting for you. The election hasn't started, and of course a lot of people looking in this direction, I mean Osun State, to see how the PDP will choose a candidate. What can you tell us about this process and how credible it will be, sir?
Thank you very much. On behalf of His Excellency the Governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Doyediri, who has asked me to come and stand in for him for this purpose of this primary, I want to thank the Party National Secretariat for choosing our state worthy to participate in these primaries. As you are aware, PDP is a party of due process and rule of law. You can see that we are following due process. The accreditation has taken place. You can see there is no quarrel. And I can assure you that it's going to be transparent, it's going to be credible, and it's going to be fair, it's going to be equitable, and it's going to be, everybody will be satisfied with the process we are going to take here. And it's very good that I have a veteran in politics, an astute administrator, Senator and former Honorable Minister, B.S. Sekeba, as Secretary of this committee. And so I can assure you that we are going to do our best. All things being equal, by the grace of God, everybody will go home here satisfied.
Sir, there are feelers that there might be what's it called now? Parallel election going on somewhere in Oshogbo. What can you tell us about this?
Well, that cannot be true. You can have one crown, but you cannot have two crowns. And so where the crown is, that's where the king is. And so this is where the crown is, and this is where the king is. So any other thing that's going on is fake and not true.
Thank you very much. That is the Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State speaking to us. He just came into the arena and the voting hasn't started. He's assured that the election will be credible and everything will go on smoothly. Of course, the question I asked him about the fact that there's a parallel election going on somewhere else, he has discredited that. He said the only party, the only group organized and recognized by the national structure is what is going on here. Back to you, Melinda.